Hello, what's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. We're just having a sweet little cute stream today with some sweet, cute people. No, it's not going to be that gay, I promise. We got Michael Derrick here with us and Jerry on Bound. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing good.
What's going on?
Not too much. Not too much. Just going to say hello to the chat real quick. What about's in the house? Good to see you, my man. Johnny Cage is here. He says the stream titles are getting better and better. Good. Glad you're enjoying them. Wookie Supremacy's here. He says, get with the gays agenda or you're just another istophobe. I can't help but agree. Pale Rider's in the house, yelling obscenities. Awesome. Good to see you, man. Dark Side is here. Good to see you, too. Soul Ion's in the house. What's up? What's up? Don't want to miss anybody. Snow Dub's here. Hail the gays community. Hail to you, sir. Hail the Cotton Connection. What's up, everybody? Jets Bauer is here. I hope I pronounced that right. What's up? Good to see you. We're just going to talk about some books today, and then we're going to do a little something different. We're going to do some Walmart freestyle, and I'll tell you what that is in a bit. But before we get to that, let's talk about the abductables.
Ooh, yes.
Michael.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with the abductables, too? I mean, give us a little background on the abductables, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So the abductables, the basic premise for the abductables is aliens abduct the most badass man in the galaxy, and things just get crazy from there. This is actually, as the title Abductables 2 suggests, this is actually a sequel to my first Indiegogo campaign that I launched all the way back in 2019, which is a lifetime ago, it seems like. And the original premise behind that first book is basically aliens abduct the wrong man, and he proceeds to kick all their asses after he wakes up on the probing table. So
did they not realize when they saw this face that they might be making a mistake?
Yeah, I mean, considering his physique, he's got that 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger look. Probably not the best guy to abduct, especially if they didn't give him enough narcotics to keep him passed out on the probing table. So, yeah, it goes horribly wrong for them. And that first book is all about page after page of gratuitous violence inflicted on these little gray aliens that we all know and, wouldn't say love, but it's
love to know.
Yeah, sci-fi action comedy. That first book was 52 pages, black and white. Now, for the sequel, Abductables 2, Ridiculous, it's all about going bigger and better and taking that original premise and kind of injecting it with a shot of adrenaline. This time it's 60 pages, full color. We're taking the abductee, as we call him, the big muscular dude that the aliens abducted, and we're throwing him into the center of the galaxy, and he's going to be thrown in the middle of an intergalactic war between the gray aliens and the reptilian and his army of devolved mutant aliens that we call the Deviloids. So it's going to be crazy action adventure with a lot of really funny humor and very, very violent. So, what more could you ask for in a comic book?
Now, is the abductee going to get any kind of anal revenge in this book?
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of the crux of the first book, actually, which you can, the first book is all about him getting his revenge for the attempted probing. Like I said, he finds a lot of new and creative ways to kill these aliens with his bare hands. And it's pretty funny, but actually, not to give anything away for people who did miss out on that first book, but while we do explore that premise to its fullest extent, we actually take it even further from there. And there's a lot of twists and turns that people don't expect.
Sounds like exploration is a running theme here.
Yeah, different kinds of exploration to be had for sure. But it's one of those. I kind of take pride in it being a story that you can't really predict where it goes because it's so off the wall. Obviously the initial premise is very simple, but where it goes from there is just a series of unfortunate events, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
A lot of
starting
wacky
to see
mishaps.
starting to see why they chose him.
Yeah, that I guess you would call that the gray gaze, because the
Yeah,
gray
it's
is kind of
right
checking him
there.
out a little. Yeah, it's when you're dealing with the gray aliens, you'd be remiss not to include as many probe jokes as possible. I mean, it kind of comes with the territory.
Of
So
course. Yeah, look, I'm following these panels here and I'm seeing like they're having a normal conversation. He turns around, they got the gaze right here, and then we see these fellas over here just loving it.
yeah, now I feel bad because you said this stream wasn't going to be too gay, but I feel like I'm bringing the gay. So yeah, who knows? Maybe some people are into that.
Well, I mean, when you're dealing with aliens, it's kind of that's kind of a gray area, if you excuse the
Yeah,
pun, because
exactly.
they're
But
it could
yeah,
some might see it as gay. This might just be normal life for them.
who are we to judge? Honestly.
That's right. I mean, they're all standing around naked, but they seem like a very free society.
Yeah, and that's another thing, another aspect of Abductables too, is we actually get to explore the Greys. Oh, here I use that word again, explore. We get to probe the Greys' homeworld of Zeta Reticuli and kind of get to know their society a bit more. And I'm just laughing at the chat. Awful pun. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of awful puns for sure.
It's probably it's probably a big part of the book.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of gratuitous man ass here. I see.
Yeah, I guess I could take the blame for that, though. I don't think I specifically put in the script to focus on the man ass, but given the material, I think Canales, our artist, made the right call.
Well, when you put man ass, the fate of man ass in Canales' hands, you get what you get.
Though I will say, all this toxic masculinity, this big dude who's just sweating testosterone on every page. Believe it or not, and people might wonder how this is even possible, given that this book takes place exclusively in this alien society. We might actually have a little bit of a feminine sex appeal in this book, and I'll just throw that out there and let people kind of speculate on how that would even be possible.
Well, I don't think we have to with this gray right here. I mean,
Yeah, that's a whole other level of sex appeal that I won't even begin to attempt to describe. I think that kind of speaks for itself.
yeah, you always got to reach new levels. Just shoot for the top. I'm gonna play the trailer on this thing and let his dark side asked what's the story again. We got a little too caught up in man ass there, but
yeah, we got lost in the
you'll have these things
there.
especially here.
And there you have it. Will you include a Mexican lesbian planet? You know what? I now that you mention it, I wish I did because that's a great idea. I don't know if the other guys are muted or not, but yeah. We're having some technical difficulties.
I don't know. Are
Oh,
we?
you know what?
There he is.
I've been sitting here yapping the whole time on mute.
Oh, yeah. I figured you might be muted. So
Having technical problems.
No, just a touch of stupidity, which everyone in the chat has come to expect, I think. So we're all good. Lidl says, by the way, Michael, I absolutely loved Grayscale. Yeah, man, Grayscale was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. For people who don't know, that's my most recent crowdfunding campaign that just fulfilled. It's a superhero book about a guy with karma powers. So it's been very cool to see people getting their copies. There were some delays with the post office, but a lot of people have been posting their books on Twitter that they just received, and we're starting to get some reviews in. So yeah, that's very, very cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, it was one of the, I don't know, I guess one of the first real leaps into actual superheroes in Comicsgate, because we don't have a ton of them yet.
Yeah, it's funny because I've heard that a lot of people have, like from the consumer or reader side of things, like, hey, we're the superheroes for Comicsgate, and it's like I'm over here like, hey, I made one, Grayscale. Like he's not he's not so much in the traditional like Boy Scout superhero vein. He's more of a Deadpool-esque kind of Moon Knight, edgelord type of hero, kind of like Daredevil and that kind of thing. So, but still very much a superhero for sure.
Like Johnny Cage.
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, he oh, I was thinking of Luke Cage. Johnny Cage is Wait, Johnny Cage. Oh, that's Mortal Kombat.
I'm talking about this Johnny Cage.
Oh, okay. Well, Johnny Cage is the Mortal Kombat character, and then Luke Cage is the Power Man from Marvel. So it's a lot of, and there's Nick Cage, who's really, if you think about Nicolas Cage, he's like the ultimate superhero in his own right, and he's actually real, which is crazy.
Kind of, sort of. I'm almost sorry we missed out on that Nicolas Cage Superman.
I mean,
can it be any more ridiculous than what we're getting lately?
I shudder to think of what the butterfly effect would look like in the universe where that movie was made.
Darkseid actually has a serious question. He says, "Is this ongoing?"
Yes and no. The thing about Abductables is it's actually going to be a trilogy. So I do have plans for one more book after Abductables 2. But while they're all interconnected and one leads into the other, each book is self-contained in its own right. So I wouldn't necessarily call it ongoing. I really feel like people can just jump right into Abductables 2 if they want to. Though of course I do encourage them to read the first one. But yeah, so it's still each book self-contained, but while still telling an overarching story, which hopefully we can conclude in the third book. But Abductables 2, just like Abductables 1, will have a satisfying conclusion.
Beautiful. That's what I like to hear, actually. Yeah, because I like series, but I also like, just being able to enjoy a story from its beginning to its conclusion without having to wait too long for the next bit. So that's a good method.
Absolutely, and I definitely made it that way by design because crowdfunding specifically, I think you kind of need it because the wait is so long between books and it takes so long to make. It's definitely important to pack as much into the comic as possible and make it a satisfying read on its own because obviously when you have like weekly or monthly comics, it is serialized. You kind of have more room to breathe as far as those cliffhangers and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Right? Yeah. And you have less room to work with too. So
so that's why you see all that decompression, the decompressed storytelling in modern comics. But with crowdfunding, it's definitely important to really pack it all in there. And that sounded like a fun, but I promise that wasn't intentional. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Pack it in there.
We got Chris in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, Gelth Walker's here. What's up, man? Good to see you too. Yeah. I'll definitely email you. I gotta talk to Gelth about something. But yeah,
email you.
yeah, no, don't everybody email Gelth unless he asks you to, then maybe. But the probe is still open. If people still want to get probed, this is a possibility.
Yes, that is our most notorious perk that we have to offer. Obviously, people have seen the option to get drawn into the comic as a character, whether as a background character or a henchman for one of the villains or some rando who gets killed, which, that's fun. That's cool and all. But I don't think there's ever been a get drawn into the book perk quite like this, where you can actually get your likeness immortalized in the pages of a comic and have yourself literally be probed by aliens.
I mean, come on. This finger right here.
It's beckoning you.
I think Darkseid wants that perk.
Well, he well, that's the hey man, if you're reading into that, maybe your mind is in the gutter. I'm not I'm trying to keep it classy, and people are taking it the wrong way.
Yeah, we're all professional here. We're just talking about a medical process, okay?
Yeah, let's keep it classy, people. This is a serious science fiction work that I'm going for. This is no laughing matter.
Johnny Cage asks, "Would you rather get killed or get probed?" I mean, I know Chris likes to get drawn into books too. So the question is, does he like to get drawn into books with something in his rectum?
Yeah, I mean, I put it in the description. This perk is not for the faint of heart. Whoever takes this up on this offer will have my eternal respect, because not everybody is man enough to take one for the team, and actually that's why we made this perk one of a kind, because I imagine there's only a few brave souls who would be willing to step up to the plate and actually bend over 90 degrees and
Only a few. Yeah. Good night, Lidl. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Gelth says my mind is always in the gutter. Just upgraded the type of gutter. Yeah, I mean this gutter is definitely an upgrade. Just ask Pale Rider, he'll tell you. Pale Rider says killed before probed.
That's I respect that. That's definitely one way to go. Die with dignity. But some people.
Is there a possibility to get probed and then killed?
You know what? Maybe I should have done that. Maybe that would be more redemptive. Someone actually brought this up in another stream, was because I'm assuming, because whoever backs the get probed perk, obviously they're gonna have to send us some photo reference so Canales can properly transcribe their likeness through his art style. But so I was assuming, okay, they're gonna have to send me a picture of them like grimacing in pain. But then someone was like, well, what if they're into it? I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that is a possibility. Someone can actually back the get probed perk and actually enjoy the procedure. Which, hey,
yeah,
like
big toothy grin. Big toothy grin.
Or can I step in here? Because we're just going off of the assumption that it's you that has to be drawn into the book. So you could buy the get probed and just have anybody drawn in.
That is another good point, yeah.
That's true.
If you want to play a prank on your friend, what better way to do that than to draw? I don't know about the legal ramifications, but what works that could happen, right?
Hey, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Wendy's in the house. What's up, Wendy? She says, yeah, no.
Worst case scenario, I think we got plausible deniability. It's art, right? It's subjective.
Gelth says, I promise not to moan another alien's name.
Oh, man.
See, Chris always just takes it a little too far,
Oh, yeah, that's another thing I should probably specify. It's the way I'm imagining the panel. It's actually just going to be like your face and we'll leave the back hole part of it to the imagination. I don't think we need to actually, I'm not going to make Canales draw the actual back hole being penetrated, because that that might just be a little too far. I don't know.
Probably a touch. Wookie wants to know, is Lola still alive? She is. She is still alive. There's a chance she might be joining us today. Not sure yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, man, there's lots of great perks on here, whether you want to get probed or not. There's an option here to get a commission from Canales as well, along with both books.
Yes, and I would say that's probably our best deal, like financially, especially for international backers, because $100. Not only do you get physical copies of books 1 and 2, but you also get the digital Canales commission, any character from any series of your choosing, whether you have a comic of your own that you want promo art for, or you just want them to draw your favorite character. All that for $100, free shipping anywhere on Earth. So I know international shipping can be very expensive. So I think that's definitely a steal. And that's why we limited the perk to only 8. We've already sold 2. So definitely get in on that while you can.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks, Wookie. I try my best. But yeah,
again, we need the feminine appeal, apparently.
Yes,
just like with the abductables.
It is very important. But with swinging dicks, we do the best we can. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Abductables yet, I would encourage you to do so. Definitely get behind this. You're over halfway there. We just need to get funded, man, and get it out.
Yeah, and don't worry about if anybody is hesitant, because we only have 33 hours left. Fortunately, I do have a 30-day extension that I will be doing. It's just I want to get the funding as high as possible before we extend, and I don't think it'll happen, but on the off chance that we do get funded before then, we would go straight into demand, which will get the book out faster, because we'll get the finances from Indiegogo, so we can start paying the art team and all that. But yeah, we're either way, I think we're on track. Like you said, we're a little over 50%. We have a long way to go, but I think we can do it.
I think so. Yeah, I agree. Wendy is disappointed that shipping is limited to Earth.
Yeah, the intergalactic shipping is just, I couldn't do it. It was too much. Maybe one day in the future if I can afford it, but I had to draw the line somewhere.
Understandable. Yeah. The shipping can get expensive galaxy wide. Yeah, that just came out, so sorry. All right, Michael, tell you what. Why don't we start the Walmart freestyle a little? Put this character in your book. What's this guy's deal?
Oh, wow.
How does this fine fellow fit into the Abductables?
He looks like he just got out of a walkabout. We were talking about Australians off stream. I think this guy looks like he's from Australia.
Does this strike you as the type of guy who would like to be probed?
Yes. Well, not that he would like to be probed. He looks like he's already been probed at one point in his life. He's kind of got that abduction survivor look to him.
He's a survivor, yeah.
I can't look into his eyes, but just from the back, that's the impression I'm getting.
Well, his eyes aren't really what you need to look into.
Yeah, it's
that's a lot of Coke. When was the last time you saw this much Coke on a shelf at Walmart since D-Day last year?
I know. He must live in a healthy part of the country, because anytime I go to Walmart, Coke's almost sold out. People love their sodas here, myself included.
Well, Pale Rider says that's a fat Jedi. Just a little unkempt.
We can't really tell.
And Pale Rider says, look into his brown eye. Darkside says, is that Crocodile Dundee? No, I'm pretty sure this is a towel, actually, not a real poncho.
Oh, that's even worse.
He's just a little, he's a little down on his luck. That's all.
I mean, you got to respect that he was able to find a beige towel to match the rest of his outfit. You don't see too many beige towels.
That's a good point. Maybe this is just his household theme, beige. He's got some gray socks. That kind of throws the whole thing off.
It's just a man out in town looking for some sugar.
Nothing to see here.
Alrighty, so check out.
Is he wearing a mask? Because you know how important that is these days.
Oh yeah, well, I actually went a ways back for these because it's been a while since I've done a Walmart stream, but they have not updated people of Walmart since then. It's still the same shit on page 1, so we're all the way back to like page 700 here. So there's a good chance this was before the coof and all that horse shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out the Abductables. The link's in the description below. And we're going to talk a little bit about Evermatter. Jerry, if you want to jump in here and let us know what this book is all about.
Yeah, man. Thousands of years ago, Celtic gods warred against each other. They split off into 2 factions. They split off into the Tooth Day Danann and the Fomorians. The Tooth Day Danann turned the battle for them because they allowed other beings in the universe to use a substance called Evermatter, and it allowed those beings to fight alongside them, allowing the Tooth Day Danann to defeat the Fomorians. In a great battle between Lu and King Baelor, the Fomorian king. So Evermatter is about Kira, who lost her world in this battle and is out for revenge. And it's about Bind Corum, who made a great mistake, and he's out for redemption. And then it's about Gary, a quick-witted alien, and this young girl who's much more than any of them could have imagined.
You mean in the posterior?
Right here. I'm trying to show you. I got my cursor, and I'm trying to put it on the. But this is this story is set in the present time, and it's what happens. I got to ask myself a question: what would happen if those gods were still out there and they were still ruling over the galaxy, but for whatever reason, Earth wasn't invited to join in with the intergalactic community, or for whatever reason we screwed it up and we wasn't allowed to join into the intergalactic community? That's Gary there. He's Gary. If you notice, he's really excited about killing all these things because he fancies himself Maverick from Top Gun, and he's got the jacket and everything. He's just missing the aviators, but he is a gray alien.
Hey,
no Ken.
Greg Gage, you did this on purpose. This is a match made in heaven.
It's really funny because in book 2 we do visit a prober colony.
Oh, so, perfect.
But
hey, all I'm hearing is crossover potential between our 2 books.
Yeah, possibly. We do go to a prober colony because they get in a situation where only a shady character he knows on a prober colony has the skills to help them out, but that's in a future book. This book, Gary is he's. I guess you could. If the closest character I could think of was maybe Rocket Raccoon, because he just loves killing things. He loves weapons. He loves technology. He loves putting all them things together to cause as much destruction as possible. Quick-witted little fella, and they get all these TV stations in his he saw Top Gun, so he thinks himself the best pilot in the galaxy, so he considers himself Maverick.
Sounds like there might be a fair amount of gracism going on in these books. No, but along with your concept, I think that's probably pretty likely. The fact that there is an intergalactic community out there who all talk to each other, and they have their own systems of government. They get along, and they just saw Earth and was like, nah. Well,
we're not invited.
The story of Evermatter explains why so. So if you want to know why we're not invited into the intergalactic community, the story of Evermatter explains from the story standpoint of why we're not in that community.
Yeah, Pale Rider says, I'm beginning to see a theme to this stream. Believe it or not, this was all actually a happy accident.
Oh,
But
worked out,
yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Okay,
Now,
so
who's
here
this fine young lady?
we have, she's the baddie, and I'd rather not give her name because everybody's familiar with her, and it's kind of like a cliffhanger at the end of the book, when we find out who she is. But she is directing all of the scenes, all of the stuff from behind the scenes. So she is part of what's causing. So in my story, the Fomorians, after the Great Battle, they were kind of wiped out of the galaxy, just wiped out. But because of some history that she has, has come to a point where she's helping the Fomorians to make a resurgence and to come back come back stronger than they were before. And through a catalyst between her and Bind Corum, they allow the Fomorians to make a resurgence. But yeah, she's a bad guy. She's definitely a bad guy. She's looking for power. So in the book Evermatter, you can collect these, or you don't collect, but you're issued this. Like I said, the Evermatter allows you to fight along with the gods. So what happens with this crystal is you bind your life force to it, and you're allowed to live forever. So you can still be killed, but you become immortal. So you live forever, but I'm not immortal. But you live forever, but you're still mortal. So you can be killed, but you also gain a power. So what happens is it's kind of like a Highlander. There can only be one. There can only be one. So she's looking and trying to kill anyone that has one of these crystals, so that she could be the most powerful being in the universe.
Oh, very cool. Darkseid says is her name Ray Palpatine, and that was a low blow and uncalled for. And if you weren't paying attention, there actually is a story and thought involved behind this. So that's the difference.
Yeah, this is original trilogy. So no Ray.
So what's up, Benny? How you doing, man?
Thank God it's not Ray. Hey, I'm good. Sorry, I was just wolfing down some food. I thought it was 6:30, and I didn't know it was 6. I forgot.
No, it's all good. I mean, you want to drop backstage while you finish that food?
No, I'm done.
Okay. We're just talking about Evermatter here. Oh, Jesus. Good. Now Pale Rider can ride your ass.
No, stay away from my ass.
It's all about probing.
I don't play that way.
Johnny Cage wants to know if she gets probed.
I mean, I didn't go that far into her character development, but possibly on her own time.
We'll leave that to the fan fiction.
Yeah, fan fiction. Oh God, how would you guys feel about fan fiction with your story concepts? If people took that and just made some weird fan fiction with it.
I mean, I would appreciate it. I just wouldn't want to read it, most likely.
Well, I think Renfrew started to do that with mine.
That would kind of be like the same policy I have with like furries. Like, if furries read my book, I'm more than happy to have them in my audience. But yeah, not maybe not necessarily a fan of their lifestyle. But hey, each their own.
Right.
Yeah, well, I think they're just like anybody else. Some furries are worse than others. Some get a little too weird, and well, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on your definition of weird. When we're talking about furries, yeah, trying to divide it up into divisions of weird might not work.
you have furries that put on like the headband with like the ears, and then you have furries that are like go full furry dressed in like suit when it's 200 degrees outside.
Yeah. Oh God, Johnny Cage is taking it as a challenge. Well, sure. Wookie says, "What if they were Raylos?" Yeah, that's about the worst segment of Strange when it comes to fan fiction.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
But
I'm not a fan of the Star Wars Raylo shit.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't.
Well, it's interesting how like each like series has its own like its own fan base has its own personality almost. Like everyone talks about how like the My Hero Academia fan base is like insane, and then Star Wars, that fan base is like fractured, and like you got the Phantom Menace people, and then I guess the people that actually like the sequel trilogy, I guess you could call those fans. I don't know. I feel like they just like it for political reasons, but it is kind of interesting how that plays out.
I'm a fan of story, and if there's so many obvious plot holes and I just can't. It's just something I can't do. I can't get into it. But,
yeah, I was just actually, my brother was over today, and it's a brother I haven't spoken to in a while, and he's very much on the, I don't know if I want to say liberal side of things, but that segment of society. And even he was complaining about the new Star Wars films. So I think it's pretty obvious to anyone with a functioning brain that they just suck.
Oh yeah,
I think so. I agree.
Yeah, that's why it does feel like more politically motivated. Like they really go over the top. Like especially with Last Jedi in particular, like the praise that it gets, like it feels like they're just doing like poking the bear on purpose. Like
they know you're pissed off, so they got to make it that much more extravagant.
Like that movie specifically just pisses off the fans so much, and that just makes them love it even more. It's like, all right,
yeah. So like, we heard you're not a fan of salt in the wounds. Here's a bucket of salt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Michael, I'd say if all else fails and nobody gets that probed tier, maybe just draw Luke Skywalker in there because he's already been there.
That's right.
Yeah, it's can't be any worse than gulping down that cow milk. Space cow milk.
No, but it can be better. And that's what we're talking about.
Maybe the violent probing is what happened to Snoke.
Could be, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But here we have Kira. She can warp anywhere. Her power is, of course, her world was destroyed during the Battle of Baelor Lu, but she can warp anywhere that she sees or anywhere that she has been before. And she's facing off with Bind Corum there. She doesn't like Bind Corum because he was the one that allowed the Fomorians to come back into existence, basically. So they have a lot of tension between each other here. And I think Carlos did a great job in that. I've said this on other streams, but that panel right there in the center where they're facing each other, man, that tension there, you cut it with a knife, and Carlos did a really good job capturing that, I think.
Yeah, I really like this artwork. Who's the artist for the book?
At Carlos Trigo on Twitter. He's Carlos Trigo. He's got that very Samurai Jack, Travasky type, Clone Wars type animated art style. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of Ryan Otley from Invincible, which again is kind of in that vein. I really dig the style.
Yeah, he definitely does have a similar style to him. Yeah, that's good though.
He's a super good artist. I snagged him up. He was like in a Facebook forum, and he was like, "Hey, I just finished this book. I'm ready to get started on something else." And I was like, "Hey, man." So I need to talk to you because I was kind of looking for that Clone Wars type style, and he's met my expectations and more.
Yeah, you could definitely imagine this being animated for sure, like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. Soul Ion is convinced that this fine fellow up here is Edwin Boyette, but we gotta refute these claims though, because this guy looks like a man.
He's a little too tad to be Edwin. No offense to Mr. Boyette, but
yeah, Bind Corum is definitely he's a man's man. He's not gonna he's nothing the same. He's not
going to sink the Republican Party in Hawaii, is what you're saying.
No.
This guy doesn't believe that Elvis is coming back with the aliens.
Now that you say that, his mistakes sent the whole galaxy into chaos, and the Fomorians are coming back. So
so there's similarities.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Katie's in the house. What's up, Katie? Benny, she says, get back to work.
If it does, if this series does get animated, maybe Edwin can voice the character, and it will go full circle.
Full circle down the drain.
You can't probe people. That's not right.
Anal probing.
So I have a few.
Scams.
I have a few stretch goals, but right now I'm trying to get to 1,000. We're like right under 1,000. I'm trying to hit that $1,000 mark and just get it. Let's just get something started. It's on a good start, but
Full color 11x17 print, nice.
yep, you get the with the featured tier, you get the book, full color comic, with a 32-page full color comic. You get the artist edition where it's just the inks, no voice or speech bubbles, no logo, no lettering or anything like that. It's just the art. It's just the inks. And then you get the 11x17 print of Gary, and you get your book shipped first, and you get your name in the book. You also get on every tier, every perk, you get the digital version of the book.
Nice.
Very cool. That's a tier worth getting.
Yeah. So some of the backers were asking, they wanted the physical, but they wanted the digital as well. And I'd already got a few backers on the on some of the tiers, so I couldn't go back and change them and add the digital, just where it says where it's include items, the digital, because you can't change it once you have a backer. So, but every tier gets the digital version.
Cool. We have just the digital tier.
Yep.
As well as a book by itself.
Yep. Physical copy.
Cool, man. Very, very basic tiers, which is good.
Yep. Well, it's my first campaign. I want to keep it simple so that, I wanted to make a really good impression, getting the book out quickly, and I didn't want to, and plus it's a series, so I wanted to make sure that I was able to print, get the book out, and take any money I have left over from the campaign, put straight to book 2, so that I can get that book out quickly as well.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what it's really all about. That's what I don't think a lot of people realize is, especially for smaller creators like pretty much all of us, when any excess you're getting on the first campaign, most times that's just rolled right over into the next campaign, just to keep things rolling, man.
Yeah.
Because we gotta get these things out.
The thing about this book is I already have the all 32 pages of the art are completed, the cover's completed. Eric Weathers is working on the lettering as we speak right now. He's got the files, working on those. So there's nothing really left on the book except for some pre-press and getting proofs and editing and that kind of thing, and then getting the book out to the backers. So I really need to get funded so that I can pay for the printing, the shipping, and then pay for book 2 so that I'm not funding it myself again.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Ryan Cardinal's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Got the Decepticon King here as well. Good to see you guys. We're just talking Evermatter. We're talking abductables. We're going to be talking Shadow of the Kraken in a bit. But yeah, sorry, Jerry. I cut you off there.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just wanted to be able to, like I said, I just want to be able to get the book out as quickly as possible. So I figured I'd get book ahead by having the art already done for this book, and maybe speed up the process. Because I didn't want to be that guy. I've got some campaigns that I've backed, and it's taken forever for the book to come, and I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be that guy. So,
yeah. So I mean, some books it's been 2 years. We're still waiting, and as long as nobody here has any exclusive Walmart deals or anything, I think we're good.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mentioned Walmart earlier before you showed me that picture. I was like, "Oh, we're talking about Red Rooster."
What's that?
I don't know. It's this book you can pick up at Walmart, apparently, that we funded.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I was there today, but I didn't even bother looking because I know I just get infuriated.
Yeah, it is a little maddening.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Walmart, Jerry, I would like you to cast this person in your book.
Okay, so this looks like he is the god of the Celtic god of wilderness. He eats when he's not spending time in Walmart. He's eating raw berries and chasing deer with sticks.
I was gonna say what happened.
I'm impressed. Yeah, it looks kind of like a combination between what the hell is his name, and Dumb and Dumber and Deadpool.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels.
I was gonna say he's got like old man Ultimate Warrior look to him.
Ultimate Harry Pull. That's what we'll name this dude.
His power is killing shredded wheat.
Oh, come on, Gal. No, Sunsworn is not at Walmart.
Yet.
Not yet.
Sign
How'd you
deal.
know?
Gal's all up in my computer files. He knows what's going on.
I heard it was gonna be in Target.
Target's classier, right?
Yeah. Target is high class Walmart. So yeah, I can one up Mitch there and put my shit in Target.
There you go. Target all the way.
Yes, absolutely. So Lions correct. Backers first. F that.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Perrier says is that EBS pie shopping. Could be. He's got
It
the
looks like
crazy eyes.
Did he lose a massive amount of weight and he's got all that loose skin now?
I don't know. I mean, he got some pretty skinny legs down here, so that's a possibility.
I heard things.
We all hear things. Wookie Supremacy says that's the patron saint of paint hovers. Not bad. These are all pretty good.
Is he in the paint aisle? That would make sense.
Oh, let's see. It looks like I don't know.
Could be. Possibly. Hard to tell. Every Walmart's laid out a little differently. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, he was
He's
probably by the
walking-
pharmaceuticals.
He's walking away from his wife, and he's saying, "We ain't getting another blender."
I gotta say, Jerry, you were pretty quick on the draw with that casting. So if anybody doubts Jerry's writing ability, there you go. The guy's got a sharp mind.
Absolutely.
That's funny. Like get another blender. Yeah, look what the last one did to his hair.
Yeah, Australians in particular seem to be fascinated with Walmart because most of them don't believe it's actually a real place. They think we're just making this up. That this stuff doesn't actually happen. It's
I'm
true.
shocked. I didn't know that there was no Walmarts in Australia. I figured they had their hooks in every country on earth.
It sounds like we need to live stream next time we go.
Perhaps, yeah. I've given it some thought sometimes of just walking through Walmart with the phone out.
And there's a McDonald's in every country, right? Australia, I'm assuming, has McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't know about every country, but yeah, it's in a lot of countries. Yeah, but apparently there's no Walmart in Australia.
Don't ever let them build one either. Because once one appears, it spreads like a virus.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Destroys the local economy in small towns.
I think that might have been a South Park episode, actually.
It was actually. That's where I pulled my closer off of. We'll use that today. But yeah, everybody check out Evermatter. It's on Indiegogo right now. Definitely want to see these numbers getting up on all these campaigns. Get these guys funded. We got good people making good shit. And for example, Vinny Tardamella is making good shit.
Well, I wouldn't call it shit, but okay.
But Carla would. Actually, you know what? Hold on a sec. I didn't play Jerry's trailer. I'm going to play that quick before we move on.
That. Yeah, it looks cool. Jerry.
Uncalled for. Vinny.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you.
The Council of Binds has grown arrogant. The power and wisdom of the Tooth Danann has gone unchallenged for millennia. Peace has lured them into a deep sea of complacency, but it's always there, lurking, waiting, just outside the light, building, growing, anticipating. Evil never gives up. The lust for power, it will return. And when it does, it will have to go through me. I am Bind Kira. The spirit of Eru lives within me. I watched Balor fall to the hand of Lu as my world was destroyed. I fight for the Council of Binds. I fight for the Tukadana. I fight for what remains my world. I fight for my people. But most of all, I fight for revenge.
Now that's a trailer.
Yeah, it was a pretty sexy trailer. Was that Shane Davis voicing that over?
It's under what do they call it? An anonymous contract. Now I got a girl with a authentic Irish accent from Fiverr. And
Oh,
she
very
did
cool.
the
Yeah.
drawing for me.
Fiverr is actually that's a good place to find people for all kinds of things. For even for like editing and things like that.
Yeah, we went back and forth on how to pronounce, a couple words, and that was it. It was done. She did a great job.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I actually considered like, what if I use like Cameo to get like some celebrity to like shout out my book? But I don't know if that would even do anything. Like, oh,
This is the Rodney Rowdy Piper.
yeah,
Oh, that would have been awesome. Rest in
Get the,
peace, Roddy.
yeah. I get the fake celebrity endorsement. Would that move any numbers? Do you think?
A fake one. It's just a photo of the celebrity and someone doing a bad impersonation.
It should get your stream struck.
Well, Cameo. Have you guys heard of Cameo? It's kind of crazy. Like you pay celebrities to like shout you out or whatever. Like
Yeah, I seen a couple hilarious ones on different podcasts where you could tell like the celebrity's drunk or doesn't care, and like who's this? Billy, Bobby. Happy birthday, Bobby. You're a good. All right, next one.
$100 well spent.
Right. Actually, no, I haven't heard of that. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
All
yeah.
of these older stars and these B-list actors, and just they'll do whatever you want.
Oh,
Well, not whatever, but within reason.
And you can tell how washed up they are by how much they charge per video, because
Right.
like the good ones charge like $500, and then some of them charge like $15. So
Right. Like Andy Dick probably charges $1.25.
but how much does he charge for the voiceover?
oh,
I see why we got so much Walmart hate in the chat. There's a lot of people that have been fired from Walmart.
Oh shit.
Explains a lot. But I mean, it's probably the best thing that ever happened to you. So
Yeah.
don't take it too hard.
badge of honor.
You need to get that Braveheart yelling freedom right now.
Well, I don't have Braveheart prepared, but what I do have is this.
Come on, man.
Does that work for you?
No, that guy doesn't work for shit.
Oh, Decepticon King got fired from Target. My bad.
Ooh. Plot twist.
It's a much more upscale firing.
Wow. I knew somebody who got fired from a bank and then started working at Target. Random.
Well,
Sorry.
That's right. But yeah, check out Evermatter. The link's in the description below. I know some people are posting in the chat as well. Let's get some of these projects funded. At the very least, funded. I'd like to see them do much better than just funded.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Vinny, tell us about Shadow of the Kraken. I know you've been working hard. You've been getting some pages done, some cool shit stuff.
Yeah, I got some really cool shit happening on this one. I mean, you saw a little bit of something I was working on the other day. Kind of been working on it while we were talking. But this is your traditional kind of pirate story. But there are some big twists that happen in this. I'm also we're kind of following that theme of and experimenting with like how dark you could go before you could find redemption again, and if you could get back into the light, because what we're doing with in this story, I mean, a pirate story should be brutal, right? It needs to have all those elements in there. I mean, the locations that you go to, because this is set in the Caribbean in the 1700s, so like you're gonna have those tropical islands and stuff like that. There's gonna be treasures, rare treasures, other kind of. Shit, man, I almost spoiled something. Anyway, we got a really cool skull there that there's a map that's actually etched into it, but it's also a coded map. And there's a reason for the secrecy behind all of that, and it's going to be kind of revealed throughout the course of the series. This is a 50-page book starting out. If we hit some stretch goals, I'll take it to 60 or 65. We're following this main character and his kind of female counterpart, and you find out how he went from being part of the Royal Navy to turning to piracy. I want to kind of show this and explore it a bit more, because I've always been a fan of pirates, and I think I don't know, they haven't really been done that well.
Michael is a fan of exploration.
Well, yeah, there's going to be plenty of that too. But yeah, because I mean, like Disney, they went very swashbuckler, whimsical, and then very, very sci-fi with all that shit. You're not going to see people like with lobster heads in here. I mean, like that kind of shit was just so bizarre to me. But yeah, no, that's why I'm doing more like a kind of classic pirate story. But I do have my elements that are. We're going to go into certain places, but it's not going to be like Pirates of the Caribbean. No way. But yeah, I'm going to be showing brutality in here, sexiness with the ladies. And I'm kind of showing like how the way of life was. And, but like the story itself is going to be a pretty cool roller coaster. The villain himself, I mean, like that dude, he really is a very nefarious guy. He's pulling strings from the shadows. He's also pursuing the main characters, but he's kind of like keeping a distance. But I mean, you'll see why. And like towards the end of the book, there's a big reveal with him as well. But yeah, again, like if you want to go on a great journey, that's going to have a lot of cool stuff. Definitely pick up this book. Currently, I'm drawing a very disturbing scene with sharks. I'll leave it there, but. Yeah, no, like I said, we're having a lot of fun with this book. That's for damn sure. Because like the visuals, it's really important to me. But the story itself is going to have a lot of cool things going on. It's just I wish I could say more about it. The closest I could say is, or I could let people know, is that all the books in Mela Art World of my company, they are connected in one way or another. If it's an Easter egg, some are direct connections, but. I mean, you'll see the overall kind of what I've been doing with this, and just to kind of show like the universe a little more tangible. It's not just, oh, I felt like doing a pirate story, so let me do one. No, this thing has been in the works for about 3 years. I really went in depth with the characters and their backgrounds, where they're going. The ship itself, that's the Kraken, and most of the crew are either freed slaves or other defectors from the Royal Crown. And again, you'll see why they're doing what they're doing, who they're attacking, why they're doing it. Like I said, there's lots of cool stuff in this one. But yeah, and again, if you like action, adventure, treasure, AAT.
Looks like Pale Rider's working on a pitch for you. Do you agree with this pitch?
I'll tell you about Shadow of the Kraken. It's like the first time you ever did coke. If you haven't done any, chalk out a line and find.
Accurate.
Oh shit.
Wait, what about? So yeah, that's Pale Rider's suggestion. We're not going to endorse anything here, except for Shadow of the Kraken. But yeah, entirely up to you. Up to you.
From the depths we rise.
A different kind of crack, and
yes.
Is that going to be the slogan of the rehab as well, Vinny?
That's Pill Rider's book. Oh shit! But I'm doing all the work on this again, just like City of Venus. I'm doing all the writing, all the pencils, the colors, the lettering, fulfillment. Wow. You name it, it's me. Yeah.
And that's cool in and of itself. I love just seeing like it's just your vision, straight. Like the fact that you're doing everything is very cool to me.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of work, but I really get to explore different things that I want to do with these characters in these stories. And yeah, when this one is done and fulfilled, I am jumping back to City of Venus too. And all my books from here on out are going to be a minimum of 50 pages.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Check out Shadow of the Kraken. The link is in the description below. I just want to say real quick, Sunsworn Edge of Annihilation is going to be closing out in about 2 weeks. So if you haven't gotten it and you want it, it's still available for another week or two. 2 weeks. I'm going to close it out like 2 Saturdays from now. So, and then we're going to launch into Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance. So don't miss out on this stuff, guys. It's going to be 2 books on one campaign, drawn by Carla and Miriam, or you know her as Katie. Yeah, just some really, really cool stuff going on. And I'll get into that a little bit more on different streams. But yeah, I just want to encourage you guys to check out these books, man. Back these small creators, because these guys are the future. You know, there's a lot of really great ideas that get passed over, and I don't want to see that happen to any of these books. So check out Evermatter, check out the Abductables too. You can still get one on this campaign as well. I mean, Michael's been around for a long time, man. He's definitely one of us. So don't skip out. Shadow of the Kraken as well. Let's just let's get these things funded.
Yeah,
get them funded, get them out the door. Because we're really working on something here. We're building the next generation, more or less. Because I mean, if we leave it to the mainstream, what does the next generation have to look forward to?
They ain't got shit. If we leave it in the mainstream, are you kidding me?
Well, to be fair, we do have a kid Spectrum, so watch out for him.
That kid's on the spectrum.
And remember, guys, we're all Comicsgate here. Don't listen to bullshit rumors. I just wanted to say that too. And don't ever listen to Preston Poulter, the guy who shoves things up his own ass. You know, I don't know. Yeah,
there we go.
There was some bullshit drama that happened, and I nipped it in the bud over on Twitter this week. But I just want to say that, EVS saw wrong information that he got from Preston Poulter. So, yeah.
Now, do you think it's worse to put something up your own ass or have something inserted by
I don't know.
person?
Didn't that guy do both? I'm gonna vomit.
Of course he did. I was just curious on what y'all might think is worse in that situation. I mean, both being voluntary, but would you rather have it inserted by someone else or do the insertion yourself?
I guess that's
bridge.
I guess that's another option I can add to the get probed perk if people want to actually probe themselves, you know.
But yeah, it works on your campaign. Yeah, go for it. Market that shit.
Give the people what they want.
Wookie, you're scum. Yes, pegging is definitely a thing, but not here. Not here. So, yeah, guys, check out these books. All the links are in the description below. I'm going to wrap it here, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one. Anybody want to make any closing remarks?
Who's Peggy?
Peggy Polder.
Oh, never mind.
When he's in action, it sounds.
Pirate reference.
Yes, it sounds a little bit like this.